what's that on your face?
Hey, leave him alone. Nah, it's what you get for trying to be good. Should've just kept my mouth shut. Ugh. Be good, and good will follow. That's what my parents used to always tell me. But you know, Mr. Kent, I was good before they were taken from me. I was good at the foster home, and I was good 15 minutes ago. I'm starting to think being good isn't good for me.
It seems that way sometimes, doesn't it? But that's because good is hard. Bad is always easy.
Something changing your mind.
Billy Batson is the kind of kid who wakes up with a smile, despite living in an abandoned home where he's got barely any belongings. He feeds rats with the last of his food.
Aw, take them all. I'm going to breakfast.
And treats everyone with respect. The purpose of this opening is to establish him as a survivor, where his wide-eyed innocence and sincerity has absolved him from falling into despair or any other desires despite living in the harshness of a neglected neighborhood. Even has the strength to stand up for a bomb.
Just trying to do the right thing, sir.
As a result, at the heart of this short is a question. Are good deeds worth it, even if it seems like you never get anything back? This idea of reciprocity is littered everywhere. It opens with a couple seeing a shooting star.
Quick, Sally, make a wish.
Before being killed by it, the bum argues.
You know, everybody nowadays is looking for change. Just wanted to come from someone else, huh?
And during Billy's interview, he presents Clark with this very issue. Subsequently, the film has two replies symbolized with two different characters. Clark, who represents faith in the universe.
Is this all for me, Mr. Kent?
Since you ate 2 breakfasts yesterday, I thought I'd better order you 3 today.
He is quite literally the embodiment of good will follow, while the story poses another answer through Black Adam. The Rock may have rolled in the way of the Shazam and Black Adam movie, and the failure of his own may have destroyed his dreams of beating up Superman and pretending it was a draw, but here in this animated short, we get both. A beautiful story about a little kid facing a god, and Superman getting beaten up by a man with hair.
I was not expecting a child, but you are marked by the wizard's energy.
Black Adam was the one who crash-landed on the couple, and more or less represents pure nihilism, a force which replies to people's faith in the universe with a sneer.
Is this who I was to protect? Why? Because they are weak?
Put her down.
When you crush an ant beneath your foot, do you feel remorse? No. Is this because you are evil, or because you recognize yourself as a higher form of life? This is what the wizard could not understand. If I have the powers of the gods, then am I not a god myself? Should I not be treated as such?
Somehow this monologue is more articulate and believable in his position than in all of the Black Adam movie. Anywho, the wizard chose Billy precisely because he's so fundamentally incorruptible. His naivety and his innocence is what gives him wisdom and powerful principles. Everything Black Adam had lost with age and from giving into the temptations of his powers.
No protector, you say? And yet, despite enduring countless tragedies and hardships, you've somehow managed to protect your perfect heart.
In just around 23 minutes, we get to experience a real range of emotions. We're introduced to horror, we're charmed and feel for this kid's difficult life, we feel hope, we experience awe and tragedy, and finally, the satisfaction of a powerless kid with a good heart finally given the power to make a difference. Superman / Shazam Return of Black Adam is a wonderfully expressive piece that's efficient and coherent in the way it funnels you into the story. The stakes, the danger, the believable sense of sincerity all stems from the way we only see what the child sees. The wizard is tragically consumed by the collapsing temple as he tells the boy to live his life, and now Billy stands up to Adam in the same way he stood up to the dudes earlier. And Black Adam laughs.
Amusing. The wizard finally gave you your powers, but neglected to show you how they worked.
A fight happens, and I absolutely love the little moment where Billy grabs Adam, and despite being hit in the head loads, he still holds on in order to give Superman an opening. That's exactly what this kid would do. But this self-sacrificing attitude then leads to a moment where Billy knows he has to surrender his life to save an innocent woman.
Revert to your mortal form, and I will prove a benevolent deity.
And then you'll just kill me.
I will.
The nihilism has been confirmed, and Billy faces it with his chin up.
Now put her down.
However, Superman saves the woman and intervenes. Faith and nihilism are two equal forces which is tearing apart at Billy's soul, and now he has the power to choose. He declares he will no longer be weak, so he finally punches Adam with all of his strength, kicking his ass and grabbing him by the throat, mirroring the moment from before. Everything wrong with the world, all the uncertainty and disappointment is now in the palm of Billy's hand.
It changes you, does it not? The power.
It only changes that I can choose my own fate now.
Like a god, maybe.
That's enough.
No, I have to protect them. How?
By being like him?
By being stronger than him.
Then be strong. Be good.
Be good isn't just a belief. It's the central continuity inside Billy's entire being. So if it can survive an unfair, mean world created by others, surely it can survive himself. It also blows my mind that they didn't just make this into the Shazam movie. Replace The Rock with like Dave Bautista so you don't lose 20% of your budget and deal with a star wanting to be an anti-hero as opposed to a threatening villain. Rewrite Billy and the Captain so instead of being a bad boy juvenile goofball type, he's a good kid trying his best in a difficult world, and the power he gains isn't just a platform for jokes, but also something which amplifies his stress in surviving a world that's unresponsive to goodness. I love this DC Showcase short largely because it's so unembarrassed by its own old-fashioned sense of polite gee-whiz spirit.
Holy moly.
Where instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, it dusted off to show everyone the beauty of it, the value and beauty of a little boy's soul, pure in a very, very mean world.
And he's one of those characters who's kind of tricky to do because you have to kind of honor the innocence of the character, and if you don't do it right, he can either come off as like kind of, you know, hopelessly naive or corny and old-fashioned to a modern audience, but if you darken him up too much, then suddenly he's not Captain Marvel anymore. So again, like the short, I thought format was like a perfect way to kind of, you know, introduce Billy Batson, introduce you know Wizard Shazam and Captain Marvel, and do the Shazam transformation for the first time, and have a really kick-ass villain, and Superman's in there to back him up, and it just kind of all came together. It was just kind of a fun way to spend 20 minutes.
Staring at the wall, I know you really love the color. We picked it out over the phone. Remember what you said, but I could never tell the meaning. I try to see what I have been shown. Staring at the pictures now, I know they try to show me. I cannot see, but God knows I try. Believer of the mysteries, I try to find a way not to cry.
So this was the Superman / Shazam short video. I've wanted to make this for a very long time because I've always loved it, but I've been kind of saving it for a while. But then because the JLU Batman and DCU video have taken way more time because I've had to do more reading than expected for the redraft, so I made this video to kind of relax, especially before the strange mind of Bruce Wayne. Anyways, I've got a new channel, everyone. All my non-superhero stuff will be on it, and special thanks to everyone on Patreon. Have a week!
You fight for the wizard?
I fight for those who can't fight for themselves.